I think I just scared the dogs yelling like that. Sorry, guys. Have a Dobie right next to me here. Say hi, Bubs. Hugo says hi. So I just wanted to jump on really quick because I haven't had some spare time. I've been nonstop hustling today, but I was doing a bunch of research, and I always get books and stuff. Pardon my messy hair. I have not showered yet today. I always normally get a lot of my information from books, and I get a lot of them from also, different coaching programs I do, which I'm always learning and growing and trying to build, right? So what I wanted to do today, though, was explain something that I did today that was a bit different. I have a team meeting tonight with my team, and I really wanted to bring something to the table that would really revolutionize how they look at their business, and not even just how they look at their business, but how they look at themselves, and how their team, when they're building their team, how they want them to feel, and by doing that, you're able to really transform your profit margins. You're able to transform so much, right? But I did it a bit differently today. Hugo, stop that. I did it a bit differently today. I was doing some research, and I really did just look into transformation aspects and mindset and lenses. So you're gonna be like, lenses? When I say lens, I mean like your mindset lens. So there's different lenses that you deal with on a regular basis. So when you look at something you don't want to do, and that lens goes where it's like, I'll do it later, procrastination lens, right? And then you have the ones where you get really excited to do it, so excited you don't want to wait, and that's a different type of lens that comes over your mindset and goes, it makes you want to do it, makes you not want to do it. But I wanted to bring up a lens that's going to help revolutionize with your transformation of your business, your personal life, your love life, your whatever. And it's something that I have noticed has really helped me and benefited me, and what I'm sharing with my team tonight on a meeting. I'm just going to get rid of a message I'm getting here. It's totally my way. So transformation, when we're looking at it, is this dog's just going to be hanging out for a bit here. I'll use him as a post. So transformation, when we're looking at it, we want to look at it as your own personal growth. So if you want your business to grow, right? We'll start off with business. If you are, looking to build your love life, if you're looking to build friendships, you have to transform yourself before you can expect anything around you to transform. The biggest problem I see with people that go into businesses, multiple different businesses, and even starting a business is they aren't willing to change their mindset. They aren't willing to transform themselves internally and even physically too. Sometimes, if you're in the health industry, you have to go out and get healthy. You can't just say, I'm in the health industry and I believe in health, but you're eating McDonald's every day. It doesn't make sense, right? So transformation, to achieve it, has to be physically done, mentally done. You have to do it to yourself to achieve success. Now, the way I wanted to bring this up is I wanted to maneuver it a bit. Like, my team is there's a huge PDF I've done up on this and whatnot. So if anyone does want it, feel free to message me for it. Pretty much what we go over is the lens aspect. We're going to be going over a lot of the, you are really messing with my live. Like, I can't focus. Go away. Go away. That's enough. Good boy. So being able to transform yourself. This is the biggest thing that I do have problems with people that even start a business, and even people messaging me wanting to get involved with an Magic or buy a machine or whatever. I get pretty fucking pissy because they expect to totally drastically change their bank account, but they aren't willing to change themselves to change their bank account. So you can't achieve success or any type of transforming in any part of your life if you aren't willing to change. You have to be willing. If you are a person that sits and binge watches Family Guy every day and doesn't go up and read a book, get ready. If you want to change your financial future, if you want to change your love life, if you want to change your personal future, you need to be doing changes yourself as well. If you realize, okay, you know what, I've had a lot of relationships, but they always end in, either I get bored or a blah, 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 this, then there's something you're doing wrong that's not keeping that attachment. You aren't keeping the romance alive, or for your business. If you're like, I don't know why I can't get team members. Maybe it's because I post once every month, and maybe because I'm not willing to change my mindset, and maybe because I'm not willing to learn my product properly, or maybe because I'm not willing to post everywhere about it and make it aware that I'm doing something. You can't expect change if you aren't willing to change yourself for that change. It has to happen. People look at me all the time and they're like, you're just a natural. Like, how do you naturally know how to sell? How do you naturally know how to be a business person? How do you naturally get fit and you're always so skinny and you're so this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, I work my ass off every day so that I can achieve this. I wasn't like this before. I was shy. I was unhealthy. I used to do drugs. You know, I was a heavy alcoholic. You know, I was not a happy person. I was not bubbly. I was depressed. I had panic attacks. I was the most miserable person you ever met. But I changed my mindset. I changed myself so that I could transform my financial future, my love life, and my friendship, my whole friend circle. You know, my team, I want a certain team, and if people don't want to be involved in it or people don't want to maneuver in with it, then that's fine. That's on them. I'm ready for change. So transformation, if you want to change something, you need to be actively looking at how you're going to change, right? So me as a coach, when people come into my business or whatever, when they want to learn what I do, I really get at them about being able to accept the fact that they're going to have to change. Things are going to change. And if you are not ready for that, then you're not ready to be successful. You're not ready to become a business owner. You're not ready to do the things that you think you're ready to do, because you have to be willing to change. If you expect to go and become a millionaire with a regular, like employed mindset, you're already shooting yourself in the foot. It doesn't matter how much money you invest into advertisements. It doesn't matter how much money you invest into high ticket products. It doesn't matter how many people you beg, because you have not actually changed. You have not stepped up to the plate to show your worth, to show that you are capable of being a better person that's deserving of this change in your life. This is the biggest fuck up that people are doing, is they just expect, I deserve it, but they haven't done anything to deserve it. Being a good person, guys, does not mean you deserve to be a millionaire. It does not. What does is that you're a good person and you step up to the plate every day to do bigger, better things. You can't just be like, well, I'm nice to people. I deserve to be rich, but not do anything to get there. You have to take steps. You have to take the initiative. You have to be willing to, I don't know what this dog's doing anymore. Sorry, Bubs. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zones. You have to be willing to talk to people that may get mad at you. You have to be willing to, all of a sudden, when someone gets mad at you, maybe be like, you know what, maybe I did do something wrong, and take a peek at what you said and what they said and apologize. You need to be able to be that person that's not like all the rest. You need to be the person that is ready to do anything and everything so that their team and them and your family and everyone around you is ultimately going to be successful together. And that's what the biggest thing is. Hugo, away. Good. That's the biggest thing when it comes to transformation. You can't expect anything to transform if you don't transform yourself. That, like I said, it can be physically, it can be mentally. You can't go be a firefighter if you're not physically fit. Well, I want to put out fires and I want to help people. Okay, that's cool, but you can't carry all that stuff if you're not physically capable. Right? Like, people look at me and they're like, how do you sell a magic machine so much? I'm like, because I stepped up to the plate and I gave a shit about my health and I changed how I looked at everything and I became a better person. I became all these things so that I can succeed. I did all these things not because I felt like it, guys. I didn't feel like it. I was tired. I was drained. I didn't want to do it. But I wanted my success and I wanted that transformation so bad in my financial future and everything else that I was willing to do whatever it took. So I transformed myself from the inside all the way out until I was proud of who I am. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm fucking proud. If you are not looking at yourself in the mirror and you're so damn proud, look at yourself and be like, man, I wish there was a guy like you because I'd marry you. If you're not saying that, you are not transforming and you're not deserving of that transformation yet. Love yourself. Find the beauty within and outside. I don't understand how people expect things to be given to them if they're not willing to step the fuck up. Don't tell me that, oh, why am I not successful? It's been 2 weeks and I haven't posted anything. No one knows that I'm doing a business. I haven't reached out. I haven't done anything my coach said. But I expect to be successful now. So why am I not? Because you didn't do anything. If you don't do anything, you're not going to transform. You need to be, it's all action. This is the thing. People look at, even when I preach about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a mindset. Mindset creates movement, which creates success, which creates you building towards things. That is what law of attraction is. But law of attraction is useless if you keep saying over and over again, oh, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be rich, but you don't have a plan. You don't have anything that's moving you forward towards that goal. Do a plans. Like, how is it so hard to sit down and be like, you know what, in 2 months, I want to save $1,000. You know, I don't know, I'm throwing out random numbers. I don't know what you guys make. I don't know what you can afford to save. But if you don't sit down and actually plan out things and be like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that because now I'm deserving. Transformation is not a fluke. It's not a fluke. It's not that I was naturally good at talking to people. It's not that I was naturally good on camera. Guys, I was shy. I didn't talk to anybody. I was petrified of the world. I moved schools and I didn't have any friends for over a year. You know, it's not that I was gifted these things. I wasn't gifted to be successful. I wasn't gifted to be able to speak on a live like this and be able to be comfortable about it. It wasn't that I was gifted to be able to be good with English so that I could make content like I do. It wasn't that I was gifted with a nice body. I worked my ass off for all that shit because that's what you do for transformation. If you want it bad enough, you get rid of your excuses. Your excuses are shit. They're nothing. They're nothing to you. The moment you realize that every time you tell yourself that you can't or you won't, and that every time those words come into your head, you are losing out. Think of it this way. I think of it that every time I say, oh, I can't do that, unless, of course, it's like unhealthy or bad. Like, obviously, if it's bad, don't do it. But if it's going towards my growth, and I say all of a sudden in my head, oh, I don't know, or I can't do that, I imagine someone taking $1,000 out of my bank account. Think about it that way. Put it as a label. Put it as something that's going to irk you every time. Because the amount of times that you tell yourself that you're incapable of doing something or that you aren't able to be a better person, you aren't deserving or whatever, that's going to be the times that you're going to start losing out, and then you're going to wonder where the fuck your life went. And when you wonder where the fuck your life went, that's when you're going to realize that you didn't do the things you needed to do in the first place. Or that you maybe got a little too emotional. Or maybe that you put yourself into a spot where that was you backed into a corner. You know, this is the problem, is people they want a change so bad, but they're not willing to actually look at themselves for their own fuck-ups. When I fuck up, I confess to it. If I talk to someone rudely, I confess to that and say, I'm sorry, you know what, I was rude, that was inappropriate. You know, if all of a sudden I send even with my dog company, if there's a dog I get in, and I'm like, you know what, man, from those videos, I should have probably told you I'm going to keep the dog longer. You know what, I'm going to do that free of charge, because that's my mess up, and this dog needs more work than I thought. That easy. If your team phones you up and you're like, you give some information, all of a sudden you find out that, you know what, maybe that's not the best information, I phone them up and be like, yo, man, I messed up. Here, let me help you out. You know what? This is the thing. We all want to be so successful. We all want so many things in our lives that we forget what it takes to get there. And why there's only 1% of us that even get there. Like, I don't know many 26-year-olds, which is my age, and I don't know many people my age that have the success that I do. And that's because they're still stuck in this bullshit mindset. They're stuck that I can't invest in a coach. It's too expensive. Honey, if it's going to make you triple the amount of money, it's not too expensive. You're fucking lazy. All right? You're making excuses again. Get a coach. 2, I don't know how to do it. Learn. Like, what do you mean you don't know how to do it? I didn't know how to do advertisements. I didn't know how to do content production. I didn't know how to do scheduled posts. I didn't know how to do subtitle editing on videos. YouTube, yo. Do the shit you need to do. Like, you don't know how to do it. Figure out a way. That fucking simple. You think every person that's successful didn't know what they were doing before and was a beginner at one point. And if you start to look at yourself that way, that you can be the next Einstein. Einstein didn't know what the hell he was doing when he was younger. He had to learn that shit on his own. He had to figure everything out on his own. Trial and error, trial and error. Disney, like Walt Disney, guys, he got, what was it? I think it was close to 300 different loans that he applied for and didn't get to build Disneyland. 300! And the motherfucker kept going. And he kept going and going and going until he got one. And you're sitting there upset because you got a no. You're sitting there upset because it's too hard. I can't do it. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to do something. I can't look it up on YouTube. These guys didn't have the internet. And they built their whole lives around this shit. And you want to tell me that you can't get off your ass for 1 second or even sit on your ass for 1 second to watch a 5-minute YouTube video? Really? Transform yourself. By transforming yourself, your bank account transforms. By transforming your bank account, your lifestyle changes. By transforming your lifestyle, you become happier. Becoming happier, you become a better person. By becoming a better person, your life becomes magic. It's that simple. But the best thing you have to do is realize it, and that it's your fault. It's not your mommy daddy's fault. It's not that, like, we all have trauma. I have trauma. Everyone knows my issues. I freely post about what's happened between me and being stranded on Maylong and breaking my pelvis and blah, blah, blah. There's no excuses, guys. I grew up in Surrey, not the nicest place in the world. Stuff's happened to me. I've been jumped. I've been beaten up. You know what? I get it. Shit happens. You know, my job's super dangerous. I have multiple businesses. My job with these dogs is super dangerous. Me and my dog are at risk every day, and I'm still going and hustling every day. I got 3 companies I'm running right now. And I'm still taking time to go to the gym, ride my horse, do my mindset training, do everything I need to do, because that's just what you do. That's just what you do. Like, there's no other reason. So, if you want the change, start from within. Find out why you want it. Why do you want it so bad? And if you want it that bad, you will make it happen. I promise you. All you gotta do, though, is every time you catch yourself saying that bullshit that you can't or you won't or you're undeserving or I don't know, like, don't ever speak to yourself in the terms of without a yes or no answer. If you say, I might go to the gym, no, I am going to the gym or I'm not going to the gym. I might go and contact so-and-so well, just imagine you're talking to me. I might contact Alicia about that business online she's doing because that seems like a good idea. No, I either am or I'm not. Stop giving yourself imaginary things, thinking in your head, oh, I might do these things. That makes me a good person. I'm going to magically become rich and I'm magically going to do this in my life because I'm giving myself possibilities. Possibilities are not actions. Possibilities won't do anything for you. You either got to say yes or no. It's that simple. There's no in between. I'm sorry to break that to you because that's really going to fuck up your day. So that is the biggest thing I wanted to go off on. To transform your life in any form, you must transform yourself. You must make changes, and it is that easy. There is no other way. I'm sorry, and if you try to fight me on it, go for it. I don't care because there just is no other way. You can't transform anything without doing something to transform it, which starts from within. That starts yourself. You have to fix yourself to fix anything else. You know, it's not like my laundry's not magically on. I didn't just tell it to go and get itself in the washer. No, I actually physically had to go do that. So, same thing with your life. Same thing with everything. If your house is dirty, it's because you are not getting up to clean it. Right? Find things that really irk you, too. Like, if you find things where it's like, you know what? I'm doing this to my own bank account. If you're so mad about your bank account because you're broke, then you got to look at the grand scheme of things. How much are you spending on eating out? How much do you have a budget system? Are you doing a budget system just off, oh, I'm throwing in $100 here and there? That's not a budget system, honey. That's not a budget system. You need to look at your percentages. You need to be actually knowing exactly how much you're putting in where and what. You need to know how much money's coming in and going out. If you don't know these things, you are not budgeting. You are not doing the things you need to do. Don't half-ass your life. Don't half-ass your life. It's bullshit. You're so much more deserving than that. And the second you realize that, the second things are going to start changing. So, that's my rant for the day. Totally did not plan to do this live, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it pretty good. So, much love to everyone. And if anyone does want a PDF on how lens aspect is and whatnot, again, my procrastination elimination book will be out in August. And that will be accessible to you guys as well. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you learned a lot about transforming your life and got a little bit of a push in the butt if you needed it. Mwah! Much love, guys. Have a good one.